Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 108 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are really excited about is, of course, exactly how Kylo Ren's story is going to progress from start to finish of this film, and exactly what's going to happen with this character at the very end of Episode 9, and exactly what J.J. Abrams plans to do in order to really make Kylo Ren far more evil than ever before in the first half of the film, and exactly how the whole entire idea of Kylo Ren being conflicted once again is going to work in this movie in the third act of Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, it's described that a description of Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren traveling to the Dark Spire, where it's explained that they eventually find a place called the Shrines of the Sith, thanks to the Forger. Eventually, Kylo is said to locate a Sith cave through the guidance of Vader's hybrid Force Ghost that lures him below. It's explained that in the Sith cave, Kylo is said to have a terrible and nightmarish vision of a potential future that is initiated through Palpatine from afar in the unknown regions. It's described that Kylo sees himself far older with a new red lightsaber blade standing next to what is said to be Rey in dark black clothing as well, where both of them are said to be at both sides of Palpatine's throne, with Palpatine sitting down with the hood over his head. It's said to be a frightening vision where Kylo sees a version of himself some years into the future where he appears to be older with Rey, also holding the double-bladed red lightsaber in her right hand, as seen in the teaser trailer, and serves as the second appearance of Dark Rey in the movie. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, from what it seems now is that yes, Dark Rey in the teaser trailer is, of course, nothing more than just a vision from what it seems, and could also explain as to why StarWars.com took down the word vision when they were explaining about what was seen in the second teaser trailer and replaced it with sight. So it seemed that they were trying to cover up that it was indeed a vision in The Rise of Skywalker. So moving on from this, when it all comes down to Dark Rey and, of course, Kylo Ren's potential future, where both Rey and Kylo Ren would be two apprentices to, of course, Palpatine himself, also known as Darth Sidious, is a very interesting thing and something that kind of brings us back to Star Wars Legends. In Star Wars Legends, Palpatine wanted both Luke and, of course, Leia to turn to the dark side to have not one apprentice, but two. And you can really see what they're trying to do here with Episode 9 and how J.J. Abrams really is diving into Star Wars Legends material, also known as the Expanded Universe, to really allow this to take place. Now, this is actually said to be a moment in which Kylo Ren goes down to a Sith cave, and inside of this Sith cave is where Kylo sees a vision of himself with a brand new single-bladed red lightsaber next to Rey, wielding a double-bladed red lightsaber, where both of them are on the left and right sides of course, Palpatine's throne, where Palpatine is seen sitting inside of his throne with a hood over his head. Very interesting, I must add. What's really exciting about this is that we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a very dark film. It's going to be a film that's going to take a lot of different risks in order to make it darker than that of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which really does speak volumes by JJ because, well, you would think that, since it is the final film of the Skywalker saga, is that, well, it wouldn't be as dark as the previous movies like Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. And I think what they're trying to do here is that they're really trying to make a story that is not just very heartwarming at the very end of Episode 9. I mean, it is going to be heartwarming nonetheless because this is the end of the end, and it has to end on a happy note, kind of similar to Return of the Jedi. It just makes sense to do it like that. But they're also trying to make it very dark in order to compensate of what we did not get in The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi was originally intended to be a very dark film, and it didn't really work for a lot of fans. It was taken in a different way, where they used Luke Skywalker as, being very depressed and abandoning himself on that island, it just did not resonate with a lot of fans. So now they're going to the literal, dark way of making a Star Wars movie, is that by including Palpatine, showing potential futures in the forms of visions, such as Dark Rey and Sith Kylo Ren. To me, that's a very interesting aspect, and, we do know that there is going to be a moment in this film where Episode 9 is going to feature a lot of different visions and flashbacks, etc., that's going to really give the fans a sense of the darkness in this movie, that's going to really just kind of define of what they're really trying to market towards through the poster that we have seen, through the teaser trailers that we have seen, and everything else moving on forward. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to